Hi everyone, this is Swati here, learning and development professional. I landed Canada in 2019, and I did one session last week regarding these crazy things happening around the world because we are all quarantined. So I thought, why not to just share what I did earlier for this job search, and how this quarantine could be beneficial for job seekers, and how can we take how can we utilize this time for the best, and see just be relaxed a little and utilize it so that we can have we can be ready for the times to come. So here I am again, sharing some of the information with you about utilizing this time for career development and growth. This is my own thought that we can for sure use this time rather than just getting demotivated, because I feel I have had discussions with a lot of newcomers, with a lot of employees in Canada itself, and they were demotivated upon the things happening around because the job market is really low. So my suggestion to them have always been that they need to work on their skills, and they need to work on some of the important points that I'll be sharing with you in this video. So a brief discussion or brief description about me is, I'm a learning and development professional with 7 years of experience in this profile. I have worked in different domains in the industry, be it media, IT, banking, and pharmaceutical. So now I am working with a pharma company on the same learning and development profile. And I landed in Canada in 2019 June, and I this is my second contract on which I'll be working on. So I think I'll be able to share some of my experiences with you, and some of the details upon what I did, which helped me in landing in this contractual position. So let's get started with it. I'm really excited to share some of the information, the slides that I've prepared for all of you. And earlier I did one online session, but there were some of my connections who were not able to join that. So I thought, why just not to prepare one video and share with all of them. And so I think it will be beneficial for you too. After this presentation, after this video, if you have any of the questions, if you think we can do another discussion, then my LinkedIn profile I have listed over there, so you can directly reach out to me and we can have a quick chat about anything, whatever you feel like. So let's get started with it. So quarantine, yes, we all are quarantined and we don't have much to do right now, but still I would say just to utilize this time to the best. And here I'll be sharing some of the I'll be starting this video with some of the questions that every newcomer or every person who have been there in Canada from some time, but they are struggling to get a job. So they might be having these questions. So if I'll talk about first question is that from where I start. I feel that everyone who comes to a new country, they have this question that now what next, from where do I need to start it, and what should be my next step, what should be my path towards the achievement of whatever I want to achieve. And it could be like, who will help me? So this is a big question, that who will help me, because I remember when I came here, this was the biggest question, and I went to some of the consultants. I did a lot of discussions, but yes, this is a very important question, that whom should you reach out, who will be there to help you out. So we might be able to have some of the answers in the coming slides. And the next question that we usually have is, how would I prepare myself or for the market which is there in Canada. So we do say that Canadian market, and we have to prepare ourselves according to them. Then how can we do that? And last but could not be least, that we can't go out and meet people. This is such a time. So how will I be able to do the networking? So networking. I feel it's a very important word. So, and I feel it's not only for getting a job, but otherwise also, if you have to survive, if you need to be there in the market, you need to do networking just for the sake of increasing your knowledge, increasing, your presence, proving your presence. So you need to have that network. So I feel that these are some of the very basic questions that all of us usually have in our mind when we start working in a new job or in a new country. So if you guys have any other questions, again, I said we can just have a quick chat around that. So I'll start with this, that who will help. So so we need to target very particular people. So who helped me out, I'll share that, so possibly it might be of your help too. So I got help from some of the consultants. So I did pick up, these were the hand-picked consultants that I did work with, and they really helped me out. So every consultant will not be able to help you out with one job, in hand. You need to have you would be having different consultants helping you with different things. Some would be helping with your resume, some would be helping you to prepare your network, some would be helping you to prepare you for the upcoming interviews. So there would be some different consultants who would be helping you in different things to achieve one job, achieve your target. So I would say just um, handpick some of the consultants, have a discussion with them about what do you want to achieve and what you can do, so that they can just help you out, and they can just motivate you to do the same. So starting from here, that how do we start? So so this is the time when job market is really low, and there's no denying that we are still struggling. Many of the people are struggling to get a job, to get their first roles, and they are pretty demotivated. What I think, during this time when nothing is there in the market, or you cannot do anything, why don't you utilize your time on yourself? So personal grooming is one thing, but let's talk about the professional things right here. I think my next slide would be helpful over here. So it says that what can be done in this situation? What can I do when the job market is really low? What can I do when there are no positions in the market? What can I do when the consultants are saying that positions are on hold? I think what we can do is work, work and prepare a resume in a Canadian format. So what happens is when we get a job, we have a mindset that we have to apply, apply, and apply. And what we miss over here is a proper format of a Canadian, resume. So what I would suggest, take some time out, because right now we have plenty of time. So take some time out and prepare a resume. Talk to different consultants, because right now you'll be able to chat with them and they'll be able to give you time. Talk to the consultants and prepare a master resume for yourself, so that you can just alter that whenever it's required. But till the time you are ready with your proper resume, and whatever you need to add in it, because your resume speaks about you and it has to be perfect. So I would suggest that take the benefit of this free time and prepare your resume, and it has to be the perfect resume in the Canadian format. Second thing that I really suggest is the LinkedIn. Start working on your LinkedIn. I know that many of the people have already been doing that, but keep it up to date upon whatever you are doing, any volunteership work or anything, any upskilling, or you feel that you need to make your LinkedIn more detailed. So do that, because your resume is only is a very short description of what you have done in your last experiences, but your LinkedIn has to be much more detailed. It's not like the copy of your resume for sure. So you need to be sharing all the details upon in your LinkedIn, and it has to be like everything whatever you have done till today. So because I feel the recruiters, the managers, leaders, they go on LinkedIn, and many of the discussions do initiate on LinkedIn. Many of the people get jobs on LinkedIn. So and you do networking on LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn has to be really on the top. So I would suggest, because right now we don't have anything to do, there are no job market. So I would say let's focus on the resume and your LinkedIn. So because we are talking about the resume, so I have some pointers to be share with you. And there is one of the image that I have shared of my resume, which I have worked on, and many of the consultants and my connections have helped me out in preparing this resume. So first point is, the resume has to be short, and it has to be of 2 pages. And what has been told to me, and what I understand, that the first page of your resume should have the maximum information and the important one. It should have all the catchy words. It should have everything that a recruiter wants. So I would say the first page is very important in your resume, and it has to be tailored every time. But your some of the things like your highlights, or your skills, or your education, or your certification, if you have done any, then it has to be highlighted in the first one. And then the second one I say is, the keywords, all the important keywords should be there in your resume. So this happens when you tailor your resume every time. Every time you tailor it as per the job description. So your resume should have all the key points, keywords, so that the ATS picks it up. It has to match with the ATS, which is the software that we use in Canada for shortlisting the resumes. And the third point is, you need to show the impact of the work that you have done. So over here, like, you'll be able to see that I have written that acted as the owner of the LMS, and timely updated sessions for smooth onboarding. So what did I do? Like, I was working on the LMS, I was working, but what was the outcome of that? So the onboarding became smooth. So there was some impact of me working on that particular piece of work. So it has to be it has to show some impact of whatever you are doing. So change your ideas, change your profile according to this. And last but could never be the least is quantify your achievements. So you will be able to see that my career highlights are there, and I have quantified them. 25%, 85%, and then 100%, and then 500% increase. So there's a science behind that, and the science says that whenever there are a number, the number gets highlighted and it's get catchy. So even though you write one email, so it's in the email etiquette training, you'll be told that in the subject line, just try to put one number and it becomes more catchy. So likewise, if we'll add the quantification, it will become like more catchy, and recruiters will be more attracted towards your profile. So this is about resume preparation. And again, if you would want to have any discussion about it, you can just contact me. Next is what is all that I should do apart from resume and the LinkedIn. So these were the things that most of the fresher, I won't say freshers, but most of the newcomers should be doing. So now for every one of us, I feel that upgrading your skills is very important, because right now we are at home, we save our time for travel, we do not travel, we do not get tired that ways. So upgrading the skills is important. Doing networking through LinkedIn is very important, because right now everyone is at home. So as I said, that the travel has been reduced. So just take out some time, and people would be available. They'll be able to give you some time over the calls. And do concentrate on your health, guys. It's very important, very important. There are many of the exercises, many of the workout that you can do even by sitting on a chair while working. And I know job search is an 8 hours, and it's like a full-time job again, but just concentrate on your health more and more, because your mind needs to be healthy enough. And last but not the least, just apply. Just apply to the jobs and do not wait. So this is what we I feel that everyone should do. So just going back to this, first point, which says upgrade your skill. So for the upgrade of skills, I personally prefer is lynda.com, which is a free source of knowledge from LinkedIn, and it's not for everyone. So I just need to tell, everyone that Canada, the libraries provide the Lynda access, which is free of cost to everyone. So if you have the library card, use that for this purpose. So I have this card. So if it's visible, yeah, I have this card, and your Lynda access. Once you go in, for example, this is Mississauga, so I'll be going on Mississauga Library online, and then there I'll be going for e-courses, and then I'll be able to see the Lynda. Once I click on Lynda, this number, guys, if you can see, I'm not sure. Yeah. So this number is your login, and you know there's a password that they guys must have provided you. So you can use this for Lynda, and this is the page of Lynda. I have just taken a screenshot to show you. So this is the page. You can search for n number of courses, you can do n number of courses, use these courses and certifications and put them in your resume, in your LinkedIn, so that once market opens up, you are well prepared with whatever you have to do, and you are well prepared with all the skills that you have. I recently did articulation storyline essentials. This is incomplete, but I did one more course. So and I've prepared some of the presentations on storyline, so it has really helped me out. And this is the sample, like if you click on people's if you click and type people's public speaking, you will get public speaking and different options, and they are not like really lengthy. They are like you can see 1 hour 3 minutes or 19 minutes, so you can just see which one is the best one for you. And I can even show you guys later on after this that how you have to log in. So I'll surely show you, and there are different subjects. You can just go and click on subjects. You can just see what could be the duration that you want and which level you want. So I would really suggest you to go on lynda.com and utilize this time. So and for those who do not have the library card, you can just use the virtual library card. This is the link for Mississauga Library, and this is the message that I received from them. So I have just copy pasted the same so that I do not miss anything. They are offering electronically cards and the virtual cards. You can go to the link, or you can directly mail them, and they'll help you out with everything. It's not only the Mississauga Library, it's with every library. So you can just go have the virtual cards and connect with them, use Lynda, and use those in to upgrade your LinkedIn and your resume, and you'll be ready to just launch, to get launched in the market. And the last one, so now what I would want to share with you is, for example, this is the Mississauga Library. I'll click on the Mississauga Library, and here I'll go in research and intern, and this is Lynda. So once again, I'll put my this card number, this card number here, and the card pin here, and then login. So once I log in, I'll be able to enter into the the online lynda.com, and I'll be able to do plenty of courses. So this is what I feel was important to share with all of you, that what I did networking. I did discussions with a lot of people. Many of them have helped me to groom and to show me the right way, because sometimes we think we need to do everything to get a job, but the point is everything doesn't solve the purpose. You need to focus on one thing. So and if you guys want, you can also I'm not sure right now if the mentorship is available, but Triac does really good things on the mentorship. So search for Triac. So I can just type it for you here. It's TRIEC. Triac mentoring partnership. So you can go there. They will help you out with one mentor from the industry, and they'll really help you out emotionally and professionally to get stable in the market, to grow your network. So these are the things that I did, and I'm still doing that. I'm focusing on my self. I'm focusing on myself right now, because I know that market is not that great right now. I do my work, I upskill myself, I talk to people in the industry, some newcomers, some who are professionals, so just to grow my network. So I think it's going to be very beneficial for you also to do the same thing. And I think if you have any of the questions, you can just call me back, and you can connect with me. And thank you so much. I feel this would be helpful for you to if it's helpful for you, then it's a very great thing for me. And we can connect soon again. Thank you so much. Take care and be safe. Stay inside, do not go out. Work out, do work out. It's very important. Have a healthy mind and brain, and good luck. Thanks.